Hello. So today, I'm just typing out what we're going to do. We are going to focus on hips. So today you'll need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can get a couple towels and roll them up to the thickness of blocks, and a yoga strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, or you can use a towel and just take the 2 opposite ends and twirl it around. And we'll go ahead and get started. Just gonna get my strap out. If you feel that you're sensitive on knees or, sit bones, hips, you can get a blanket and just come on down. So let's start sitting up. Aware of the belly, walking the sit bones out. As we're walking the sit bones out, and we're breathing into the diaphragm, allowing the rib cage to lift, right? You're alternating on the 2 sit bones. As you're alternating on the 2 sit bones, you're lifting them off the floor and then right back down. Now, as you're doing that, you're going to feel the awareness in your low belly lift and down and lift and down. So the next thing you want to do as we're alternating our sit bones is we're going to move the sit bone back and back. It's just a tiny little awareness going into the core and into the low back. 2 and 1. Finding your center. Sometimes finding center this way is obviously a little bit easier because we can feel our sit bones, we can find the center, but finding the center front to back can be a bit more challenging. So I'm going to ask you to rock. So stay where you are. I'm going to turn. As we're rocking, notice that when you come back, that there's a little lift of the tops of the thighs. Right? And as we come back, the little lift, feel your center and hold. Draw your shoulders back and even the head. If you lift up the chin and draw it back as if you're going to gaze past the point of your nose. So you can look towards the point of your nose and see it through the peripheral. Draw the shoulders back. Feel as if there's bags of beans or rice or something on the shoulders, and it's drawing the shoulders back. Now the crown of the head has a string. Imagine. The string, inhale, lifts up from the navel and the sit bones. Inhale. The bags of beans on the shoulders draw down. Exhale. Do that again. Feel it. Imagine. Inhale, lift. And the beans, shoulder weight. Exhale. One last time. Turning. Stay where you are. Inhale, lift. Shoulders down. Hold it here. Okay, so draw your awareness to this belly. You feel your extension through your spine, right? Let's take the left hand below the navel, the right hand to the heart. Just rub these centers, these chakra points, these energy points. Deep breath in and extend those hands out. Breath work begins. Deep breath. Inhale, arms over the head. And exhale, down. Inhale. Now don't forget all of the work that you just went over. What was that? Pelvis, heavy, right? Rooted down through the sit bones. Low belly, where your hand was, inhales, pulls up and in. Your diaphragm, pull it up and in. Exhale. The heart can lift, but the bags of beans and rice or whatever, right? On the shoulders, exhale down. Awaken the latissimus dorsi. Nice way to cleanse the aura. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Good. And exhale down. Let's take the hands on tops of the knees and soften. So finding that, I'm just going to turn so you can see my alignment of my back. So finding that really erector spinae can be tiring, right? Because we, maybe aren't practicing sitting up very straight on a regular basis. And so doing it with practice, we're like, oh, that's tiresome. So now let's bring some flow into the spine. So as we tuck the chin, see where my hands are? On the tips of my kneecaps, my shoulders are down and points are pointing out. As the chin drops down, allow the rib cage to fall down. Think about cat-cow. Think about cat as you round and lean back. And inhale, lift. You can overarch a little bit here. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. So even though my chin and heart are leading, I'm avoiding moving my head back. That will create too much tension in the back of the neck, right? So I'm going to keep the occiput, the base of the skull, and the tops of my shoulder blades long to get that neck to stretch, and long neck here. So what's happening in the pelvis is you're going tucked pelvis here, and we're overarching, so we're moving out of neutral, but we're activating the low back. Just make sure you're not overarching too much to where you're squeezing. You're just kind of moving the tail and the crown. Two more. Just nice and soft motion. One more. Good. Now to find our center. Inhale, roll up from the base. So if we overarch, we create tension in the mid-back. We might feel that. And the rib cage is poking out. So we can fix that by picking a hand on the base of the rib, moving it back, and imagine turning just so it can face you. Imagine the crown lifting up. Imagine the hip bones is a bowl, right? It's front hip bone and back hip bone are level, and you can feel the Mula Bandha. So we'll talk about Mula Bandha. It's the hugging energy of the base chakra. So think about sex organs, anus, everything navel, everything hugging in and then pulling up. Okay, so we're going to practice that with our straight aware spine, long crown, relaxed shoulders, rooted through our pelvis. So we just take a deep inhale. As we inhale, at the top of the breath, I'm going to say, hug the root lock. Here we go. Inhale. Hug the root lock. That means hug it in. Pull the energy up and in. Pull it in. Feel it. Can you imagine? Imagine coming through the crown. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale. Relax, relax. And again, inhale, hug the root lock. Hug it, hug it. Hug it. Lift. Exhale. One more time. Ready? Inhale. Hug it, lift it. Exhale. And breath in. No hugging. Exhale. Okay, so let's take it to tabletop. Hands and knees to the mat. Ooh, that felt good. It's a great way to re-energize the body. Oh, and re-ground yourself. So I'm just getting my knees nice and comfy on my blanket. Hands underneath the shoulders. Fingertips are wide, so separate those fingertips as wide as you can. And I'm looking for the crease of the wrist lined up for the front edge of the mat. The elbow points roll in. And we sink and lift. And sink and lift. So think about the base of the shoulder blades moving down your spine. And as you're pressing through the first finger and thumb, nice and heavy through the heel of the palm. 3 more. 2 and 1. And as you press, hold your tabletop. Imagine crown is long, tail is long. Let's move into some cat-cow. Hug the navel in, round it out. Relax the chin down. Inhale, lifting up. Make sure that you don't overarch the low back. Exhale, round it out. And inhale, moving forward. And exhale, rounding. Two more. Exhale, rounding. And one more. As we move to a toe stretch, tuck the toes under. And you can take a moment to kind of press and get those toes to really tuck. Sometimes toe stretch can be very painful for people, so, ease your way into it, okay? So as you're pressing through the palm, long chin, so toe tuck. The chest, the heart moves forward, chin is long, and then move the hips back. Take your time. Go as far as you feel comfortable, and then lift back up. And then exhale down. Now, when you're moving your hips towards your heels, can you feel the low belly hugging up and in? 3 more. We're also activating those quads. Breathe with it. You exhale and press. Long. Push through the palms. Long arms. Last one. You might even feel it in the knees, warming up the knees. Push, push. Good. Hold it here. So you're moving into the depth of your toe stretch and knee stretch. Feel free to wiggle those shoulders up and out. You'll feel the fascia of the back lengthening. So rock it side to side. Shoulder down. Now work with elbow to mat. Elbow to mat. Belly, low belly tucked in. And slowly both elbows to mat. Flatten out the tops of the feet. First child pose. Now if you need to, take a block and you can sit on it. And you can take another block long ways and rest the elbows if you need to find yourself in a little more of a comfortable position. And there's other things. You can take pillows and blankets. You can put a blanket under the knee, underneath the base of the knee. Somehow get yourself supported in this position. So as we're going to stay here for a few breaths, let's take our awareness to the low back. So the awareness draws to the low back. We find our awareness deeper into our breath. And as our mind is thinking awareness low back, our breath is expanding our back. So as we exhale, we soften. Feel free to wiggle side to side. Deep breath in. Hold it into the low back. Exhale it out. Soften the shoulders. And again. See if you can find that breath into the base of the throat. Deeply inhale. Exhale, soften the body. Inhale again. And exhale. Last breath here. Deeply inhale. Relax the weight of the body into the heels. As we slowly rise up, inhale, drop the chin. Lift the hips. Walk the knees back. Adjust the palms back underneath the shoulders. Extend the right leg out. So we've worked on this before with these Achilles extension. It's a very good stretch to do on a regular basis. It will help you in your down dogs. It helps you with your posture. And it strengthens front body and back body at the same time with no impact. So as we're pressing through the palms, right? I'm not rounding out just yet. I have straight spine, neutral pelvis, and I'm pushing. So I feel that stretch, not only in the Achilles, but it's going up the gastrocnemius, so into the calf. Now here to create deeper core awareness, you may already feel it in your core, right? Let's tuck the tail, tuck the tail, tuck the tail, tuck the pelvis, and see how that automatically tucks and rounds your thoracic spine. So now you're engaged in the core, right? Breathe, tuck your chin, allow your head to drop. So now just look towards your ankle, deep breath in. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and release slowly down. So as the weight moves into the left hand, lengthen the crown forward. Whew, you get a nice release there. Give it a second. You may have a moment you need to allow to pass. Deep breath in. Other side. So in restorative yoga, why rush? You don't need to do that. So we're pressing through the palms, inhaling deep breath. We have a straight spine, so we're not rounded just yet. I'm going to press through the palms. That not only is giving me a strong stretch through my Achilles and calf, but it's strengthening my palms, my arms. And as I'm pushing, I'm activating core. I'm activating serratus muscles that are attached in the 12th rib. So as we're pressing, we're activating, we're pulling the rib cage in. Now go ahead, tuck the tail, and round the thoracic. It happens anyways. You may or may not find your right knee hovering above the mat. Relax the chin down. Draw those shoulders down. Think about elbows vigorously moving towards your kneecaps. And release. Slowly drop it down. Back to tabletop. Inhale. We're going back to sinking the trunk and pressing the palms. Sink the trunk and press the palms. So what I'm doing is trying to bring some blood flow, not only into the arms, but the neck and shoulders. So it gets rid of a lot of tension, and it's a fundamental move. So you have to learn this through all planks or any hand pressing position in yoga. 2 more. It also starts to prepare your shoulders for a more vigorous practice, which we're not doing today. Okay, 1 more. And press and hold. Tuck those toes. I'm going to walk my knees forward just a little bit so I can get the ball of the foot underneath and give my hands a good press into the floor. Now, tuck your tail. Think about your erector spine and grounding in cat. Scoop your navel in. Oh, it's giving you a wonderful little stretch in your back. And softly drop your elbows down. Lift your hips up, arms forward, extend the right arm forward. So we're going into our chest and our heart. Inhale, deep breath. As you softly drop the forehead down, there's your stretch, right? It's in the extension of the right arm. Draw the elbow down. Breathing into the side body, 3 breaths. Try to press down through the tops of the foot. 1 more breath. And other side. Inhale, deep breath. So right elbow down. Left arm extends. As the left fingertip is extending, forehead down, you should feel that stretch through the left underarm. Breathe and reach. One more. Good, and extend. So shoulder stretch has a lot to do with hip opening. So reach those palms up. So after we work our heart and our shoulder opening, we'll move into those hips. But for now, extend those arms straight, forehead down. Press down to the tops of the foot. As you advance in this pose, you might find the heart coming down and the chin. Breathe an expansive breath through the base of the spine. And as you release, slowly tuck the chin. Move the hips down as you put your weight into your elbows. Rock those hips out. And walk the elbows in. So now we have wrist and elbow alignment, elbow and shoulder alignment. Inhale, deep breath. Press into the elbows and lift the heart up. Now scoop the navel up and in and move the heart forward. Can you feel the weight in your elbow point? Move the shoulders back. And then just stretch the heart forward. Now we're breathing an expansive breath, not only through the heart energy moving up, but the low belly. So when we had our palm on our low belly in the beginning of class, feel as if your palm is still there and lifting the low belly up as the heart is going to the sky. One more breath. And slowly move down. Move those palms down. Tuck the toes. Roll the shoulders for 3. Elbows are hugging into the rib cage. And 2. And 1. As we hold on 1, we feel the press, right, into the palms. So walk your knee left, right, so the tail is sticking up and the chin is down. Inhale, we're going to press. Hug your elbows in. Deep breath in. Exhale, press hips to heels. Exhale, hips to heels. Good. Let's move into that again for 5. Just bringing a little strength into the body. Inhale. Roll the shoulders back. Push. And stretch. As you move it forward, Hug those elbows. Slowly move it down. It's challenging. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, push. Take your time as you stretch it back. Keep those palms rooted. Last one. Just bringing in a little bit of heat into the body. Come on, you can do it. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, push, hips to heels. Okay, was that 5? Let's say it was. Inhale, lift the hips up. Hold it here. So here's our hip opening part. Take your right, I'm going to turn. I'm just going to, I'm going to turn so I have my right leg facing you. So right leg is out. Does that confuse you? Maybe I should turn back. Okay, so right leg goes forward. And now lift the right toe up and down. So as we lift the right toe up, we're going to have the hamstring lengthening and dig the heel. So an option is to take your blocks if you're feeling that you're a bit tight in that hip area and you need a little bit of the edge off. You can have your hands on the blocks. There's also 3 different heights to find that works for your body, okay? So as we're moving the hips back, think about hamstrings and don't go too aggressively. Don't go as far as you can go. Start with a short range of motion first. So we did heel, move the tail back. Put your mind into the right sit bone. Inhale, heart moves forward, weight into your hands. Exhale, back. And inhale, now as you start feeling a little more mobile through the hamstring, through the hip, explore it. Go ahead and explore it. 3 more. Heart goes forward, shoulders go back. And 2. And 1. So as we move forward on that last one, take your, I want to move the block out of the way, the right toe, heel up, and windshield wiper. So the knee goes in and out of the body, right? So you can still use the block. I was just moving them out of the way so you could see my foot. Windshield wiper. So think about this as, which it is, internal, external rotation of your, what? Your femur bone, right? So we're working in the hip joint. 4, 3. Now, to deepen it through your spine, I'm in a rounded spine. I could deepen it by putting more weight. Now, it may or may not be good for you, so listen to your body. You can stay right here. If I want to deepen it, I'm going to move forward, going in and out. Ooh, I feel some things going on in there. 3. Focus on the breath. 2. And on 1, we hold knee away. So the weight can go onto the outside of the heel. You can put all of the weight on the outside of the heel. That's the challenge. It may or may not do that. So you're going to try your best to roll your knee out and to deepen it. Hip goes forward and back. Just a little bit. And forward. You're going to find an angle. If it's too much, what do? You pull the knee back into the body a little bit. And you find what feels okay. If you want to deepen, what do? You push your knee away from the body. As you move forward, you can move into a deeper hip stretch. Think of this as preparation for lizard pose. 3 more. Now, as you're moving possibly deeper into the pose, I'm moving back, rounded spine, lengthening out the hamstring. And 2, I don't want any shifting in the pelvis, so I'm trying to keep my iliac bones pointing to the fronts of the mat. I'm also not sinking into my left hip. That would be no good. What do I do to fix that? I push my weight into my right leg and think Mula Bandha, what we focused on the beginning of class, the hugging in of the root. So we hold, hug and hold. So we're in our lizard pose. You can keep your blocks if you like. To deepen the pose, the heart moves forward. Think about like a little turtle sunning on a rock. We want to stretch our chin forward, shoulders go back. 3 deep breaths. 2. And 1. Feel free to stay here. To deepen it, you could just possibly drop the head down. To deepen it further, you can bring your blocks in. You can have different heights. Make sure you keep your strength in your core as well. Start working on lowering. Abs, abs, abs. 3 more. Wherever you are, hold. 2 more breaths. And 1. Palm, palm. Tuck tail. Inhale. Push back from your right heel. Inhale. Slow, 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 slow. Just sweep. Bring your spider fingers or pull your blocks in and sweep your right leg back. Oh, that feels good. Let's have a little compression, hips to heels. A deep breath, maybe a little wiggle. Left to right. Definitely feel that our right hamstring has a little more life in it. Let's wake up our left. Okay, so come on up. Inhale. That left foot steps around. Okay, so I'm just making sure that my right knee and iliac bone, hip bone are a straight line. Not too forward. I don't want to be too crowded, right? I'm going to adjust that by moving it back so I have that space. I can again use my blocks at whatever height that works best. And I'm going to start with a very little rock. I don't know what this left hamstring feels like versus my right. It might feel different, right? I've had some injuries. It was a long time ago, but it honestly doesn't matter, right? I'm 16 years old, pulled my hamstring. I have to look out for this left hamstring for the rest of my life. That's just how it is. I look out for the little injuries that I've had throughout my life. Oh, I stretch it, see what's going on, moving more weight. And as I'm exploring, I feel that it's okay to move into my full extension or wherever that is for you. You feel what's good. Inhale. Dig the heel. That's a nice place to find more depth as you straighten it. It's okay to be rounded in your spine, right? If we're feeling very tight, we're working into a straighter spine, but we have to start where we are. 2 more. Tracking my right sit bone to my right heel. It also helps finding balance through the center of the body. Last time. Good. Now as we wake up, our lizard pose with windshield wiper foot. So toe tap up and then rock that knee. So is there a knee that moves out like a fan, windshield wiper, in and out? Tap in and out. So what's happening is you're rolling your femur bone, external rotation, internal rotation, external, and depending on, again, the right hip, left hip, different things can be going on. So as we press, so then the focus moves, kneecap moves away. Start exploring a little bit of weight moving into the outer heel. Oh, something important that I haven't mentioned. Keep this ankle strong. Like, don't bend it. If anybody's out there doing that, no. Lift up, keep this ankle strong, and move the heart forward. As we're exploring our lizard, rounded spine as we move back. There's a nice stretch. Feel free to extend the hands forward as you start to open up. Your heart might be able to go farther forward as the right hip now feels supported to lift. So the right hip feels supported through your core and the left heel, the left outer heel. It's okay if the foot is down. Maybe you don't have that external rotation quite yet. It's okay. But just to reassure you that weight on the outer heel, that point, it can take all of your weight. Now think about your belly. You also don't want to shift in the pelvis. So how do we fix that? Okay, think about shoulders moving forward. As soon as your shoulders center out, your core activates. That's one thing you can feel, right? Push it back. Go slow. Feels good to reawaken our body. And lift. So don't drop that right hip. Even out the shoulders. As soon as the shoulders are even out, the pelvis will pretty much balance itself out too. I don't know. Some people can end up doing poses really weirdly in the wrong way. So try your best to keep those hip bones pointed and lifted so you should feel some low belly core. Last time, we're going to get off our right knee. Oh, good stretch. Get it back there. Stretch as far as you can. And last time, heart forward, shoulders back. Now as we deepen, we drop the head, drop the chin. You can bend your elbows. You can find your block at a different height that will help you to work your way down. Whether it's hands on the floor and then you just bend a little bit, it's nice to have the blocks because you can find a resting point where it feels good to you. Last 3 deep breaths. And 1. As the palm press to come up, lift the hips, push through the left heel. Now sweep, use your core, sweep that left leg back. Child pose. And again, sit on the block if you need to, or put the blanket underneath the knees. As you extend those fingertips, rest the crown down. It's optional to rest the head on the block. You find what feels good to you. Cross the palms or the forearms, or stack the fists. Feel free to stay where you are and move your fingertips towards your toes for 3 deep breaths. And 1. Sweep the arms forward. Inhale, reach and extend. Our first down dog. How exciting. Okay, reach those palms forward. Align the crease of the wrist to the front edge of the mat. I'm just going to roll my inner elbows towards each other and get a little bit of a good stretch through my back as I drop the head down. And inhale, rise up. Tuck those toes, lift the knees up. Look for a straight spine. Push through your palms. Push through your palms and move that heart to your thighs. As you're extending through your palms, right? You're pushing, you're working that extension. All right, what about through the shoulders? Sinking? No. Pressing? Yes. Lift the sit bones up to the sky. Don't crowd your neck. What about your collarbones? Broaden your collarbones, move them down. Lift and lower your heels. Draw some strength into those quads. 3 more. Try your best to keep the back straight. 2. And 1. Press those heels, alternating, walking the dog. It's okay to let your hips shift here. In fact, exaggerate it. That's right. Exaggerate the shift and go ahead and look underneath each shoulder. So as you look right to left, take your shoulders with you. Twist. 3. And 2. And 1. Hold your down dog. It's okay to have your heels lifted. It's okay to have your knees slightly bent. What you want to look for is getting out of this rounded position in your spine. So focus, whatever you can do with your legs is okay. Work the straight spine. That's your goal. And down. Lift your heels up. A plank. Move your hips forward. You can do it for 5 counts. 5. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down slowly. Feel that core. Bring it in. Don't lose your core awareness. Bring your blocks in if you have them. And you can use them to adjust yourself into the next position. So the chest comes up, or you have your hands on the floor, okay? So you're gonna sweep the right leg forward and bring the block. One block can go underneath for stability, underneath the calf. You also can put both hands here. If the hamstring's pretty tight, you might want to have another block and come up a little bit higher, right? And I don't know if you can see my toes, but the toes are up, the toes are lifted. Point and flex for 3. So I'm looking for the straight spine, balanced pelvis. So we don't want to be shifted through the hip. 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, heart forward. Take your time. Take your time as the heart moves forward. Go slow, because the slow, that means the muscle is supporting the weight of the torso longer, and it will assist on opening up. And drop that head wherever you feel you can. 3 deep breaths. 2 and 1, release. Inhale up slowly, chin can tuck, move the heart up, and slowly lift the head. Okay, we'll take the block, walk it forward, or take the hand and walk it forward. Bend your right knee. Blocks can go on each side, right? And hand on top of the right thigh. So as I'm checking my pelvis, what I want is my top hip bone, right, left, to be balanced with the front edge of the mat, not shifting or turning in any way. And then I check my low back. I'm going to tuck, tuck, tuck. Where do I feel that move into? My left hip flexor. So I can feel the activation of my where, my diaphragm, my belly, pulling up and in. Hold it there. Deep breath in. And we're going to move those palms up. Let's do our left arm first. Sweep the left arm first. Up, stretch, and lengthen up that left side. Can you pull the navel up and in? Okay, right arm, sweep it up. Think about Mula Bandha. Press through the right foot. Hug the inner thighs together. That will help you with balance. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. And exhale down. A little strength into our right glute, and then we'll do our other side, and then we'll almost be done. Here we go. We're going to press to the right foot. Keep your abs strong and lift your left knee up and down while keeping the weight in your right heel. So just lightly tap your left knee. Strong right glute. 4, 3 more. 2 and 1. Let's try our modified crescent one more time. You can do one hand at a time or sweep those hands back. Come on, reawaken that glute. Pull the navel in. Slowly lift up. Slowly lift up. Drop that right hip back and down. Come on, lift, lengthen. Move the heart forward. Move it forward, move it forward. Hips go forward. Lift, lift, lift. And the heart rises up. Palms to block and down. Get a little hamstring lengthening. And we'll sweep our right leg back. Nice and easy. Let's reawaken some blood flow through the neck and shoulders. So palms underneath the shoulders. Sink through the trunk and press through the trunk. Sink through the trunk and press. 3. In. Exhale, inhale. Okay. Bring those blocks back in to whatever height that you need, right? To sweep that left leg forward. And as we take one block underneath the calf to give us that support, and our other block can be high, or whatever height that works for you. You're looking for centered. Point the toes, flex the toes. There it is, down that leg. Point the toes, flex the toes. Ooh, 2. Okay, hold, flex foot, lift, and move into the depth of that stretch. Take your time. Deeply breathe. Take your time coming down, a little bit at a time. Deep breath in and out. And slowly we come up. Tuck chin and lift heart first. Inhale, slowly rise the head. It just allows the blood to come down so we don't get too dizzy. Woo, like I just did anyways. Okay, so moving on, taking our blocks, pulling our heel back, bending the left knee. Checking, is my right hip's a little bit too far forward? So I want to fix that by moving my left sit bone back. As soon as I move my left sit bone back, I can see, oh, do I need to pull my heel back? Yes, I do. Okay, good. Blocks move on to the inside. Inhale, deep breath. Blocks, hands to the tops of the thighs, low belly stays engaged. We sweep our right arm up. Push through that right foot. That's going to give you that balance. Where are you feeling it? Lengthen through the right side body. Up, up, up. Ooh. Left arm, reach and extend. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Move the hips forward and lift, lift, lift. Feel the lengthening on the right side, but keep those hips center. Like, don't twist through the pelvis. Up, up, up. Toe can be tucked to deepen it. Flatten out. And move it back down. Slowly, good job. Woo. Move the hips back for our final release as we're lifting those toes up. Again, you can use the block underneath the calf. Coming down as far as you can. Now again, think Mula Bandha, hug the low belly. Lift the heart up, chin can stay tucked until you lift. And then slowly rise the head. Take a moment, deep breath in, bend your left knee. Move those blocks out of the way and walk that left foot back. Inhale. Inhale, deep breath, tuck those toes. Ready for your push. Lift the hips up into the bent knee, high heel down dog. Give it a nice push. Walk the dog out 4. One heel down, left heel down, right heel down. Turn left to right. Alternate those shoulders. Press vigorously through the heel of the palm. 2 and 1. Hold your down dog. 3 deep breaths. Move that heart to the thigh. And as you walk your feet to your hands, feel every step. Heel, ball, toe. Heel, ball, toe. Take your time. Inhale, palms to shins. Look forward. It's okay to bend your knees. What we're looking for is a straight back. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, it's okay to bend your knees. Let's go ahead and do that. Bend the knees, hands onto the outside or the back of the calves. Allow, shake the head. How about left to right, ear wobble, side to side. Circle. Reverse.
And just let it wobble to stillness. And work your way to straight legs as much as you can as you hug the body in. And slowly release. Take your block. They can help you on the way down. However you can get there, right? A little bit of core. So block or no block, tuck and twist. And twist. And twist. What we want to find here is the steadiness of the hips. That's what's going to relieve the discomfort we feel in our low back. Is think about, sometimes I have to close my eyes to do it. So try it. Close your eyes and try to keep your hips from rocking. The more you steady the pelvis, the deeper your twist. 3, 2, and 1. Center, inhale, rise the heart. Roll, drop the heart, roll it down. Think about the feet being velcroed to the mat. Take your time. 1 vertebra at a time. Slowly come down. Reach it out. And you can grab your strap or your towel. I have to fix my mat, this blanket. So you can grab your towel or your strap. The right foot up, strapped. Notice the strap is on the ball of the foot. My left knee bent. For 5, we point and flex, and then pull it in. Drop those shoulders down. Oh my goodness. Such a good stretch. Point and flex, and draw those shoulders down and pull it in. 2 more. Point and flex. Last one. Point and flex and hold. Right hand has the strap, left hand down. Right leg goes out and 4 and in. Just rock it. Feel the low belly. Keep the pelvis steady. And 3. And 2. And 1. Crossing the right leg over. There's a little IT band stretch. So important we do this stretch. Most of the low back issues we have come from this tendon being too tight. And lift and cross. Finding your core, supporting the weight of the leg, and lift and cross. We did it there. Lift the right leg up. Extend the left leg to straight. We're a little bit deeper. Open up the right leg. We need a little core awareness. Left arm out. Open it up. Open it up. Wherever you can keep your left hip down, that's where you stay. Inhale, deep breath. 2 and 1. Bring it up and in. Crossing over. Twist, twist, twist. Push through the heel. Now bend the right knee. Bring it back in. Other side. Okay, so left foot into the strap, right foot to the mat. Pull it in, draw those shoulders down your back. Point and flex. Oh goodness, point and flex. I know, point and flex. 3 more. And 2. And 1, and hold. Left hand has the strap, right hand down. Open out just a little bit, and close. Just a little rock. Open, and close. It's really great practice for balance. Open, and close. 2. Open, and close. 1. Here we go. Right hand has the strap. Inhale, left hand down.
Deep breath in. Here we go. Cross it. Slow, slow, slow. Stretch and lengthen out the IT. Hold and pull it in. We rock it. Open, inhale. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Finishing up. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Hold it straight. Both hands to the strap. Right leg extends out. Left hand to the strap. Right hand down. Open up the left leg as much as you can whilst keeping that right hip down. Open, open, open. 3 deep breaths. 2. And 1. Lift, inhale. Change your hand to strap. Left hand down. Slowly cross it over. Deep breath in. And out. Release your strap. Sweep that leg down. Wiggle those toes. Adjust the hips. Arms down by your side. Feel your straight body. Feel free to lay there or join me with the awakening of the toes, wiggling toes, fingertips. Inhale, arms over the body. Reach and stretch it out long. Sweep it around. Right, left knee into the chest. A little nice rock. However you would like to rise, whether it's fetal position to press or rocking and roll. And up you go. Deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this class made you feel better. It sure made me feel better. And look forward to some new classes coming to the Town Club on Wednesday. Wednesday and Fridays at 11:30 yoga lattes with me. And it will either be outside in the terrace or basketball court if the weather is a little iffy. So I'm also here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:30 for yoga on the terrace as well. So namaste. Have a great day, you guys.